Alright, well, this says I am live. Here we go. Alright, you guys are going to have to forgive me a little bit here. I am just learning how to do this live streaming stuff. This is Tom from the 100th Monkey Radio, and I've been kind of doing I've been in observer mode for a while now. If you guys have been following the show for a while, you know that we typically had done a weekly show, one or two shows a week. Had almost 8 years of that solid, and the last couple of months we've kind of backed off quite a bit, and a lot of that has to do with what's going on in the world right now. Now, when I look out there right now, I'm seeing so much stuff come to fruition. We have this whole political scene and everything that's been going on politically has really has really kind of made me see things come out now that everybody's been talking about for years and years and years. We've had so many people preparing for this giant shift, this great change that's getting ready to unfold on the planet. And looking at especially the thing that's prompted me to actually get up here and say something today, this whole fake news thing. I see the establishment really playing this card hard right now, and they're putting it in everybody's face. Fake news this, fake news that. Trying to the old dog and pony show. Let's target the alternative media and target the people who are telling a story that's different than what the establishment's been telling you. And I'm just watching this with absolute fascination as they basically are burying themselves. If you go online and type in, in your Google search or whatever search engine you're using, and type in fake news, you'd be really surprised at what comes up and how much of that is directed directly to the major media organizations and all the fake news that they've put out throughout the years and years and years and years and years that they've been manipulating social consciousness. So that's the old proverbial double-edged sword that they've got swinging here, and they've got they're exposing themselves to exactly what they're trying to tell you is going on. So they're exposing themselves to all the spin that they've done throughout the years, and targeting a couple of obvious fake stories in the alternative media. And this is all. It's always been at users' discernment, right? I just find this absolutely fascinating and disturbing in one sense that they're going to bull rush this stuff through, and with the might and the strong arm of the police structure and the military structure behind them, they're going to try to steamroll right over the top of everything here. So you're going to see so much happen here in the next few months, especially as the inauguration day gets closer and closer. I'm just finding it totally fascinating what's going on. and disturbing in such a sense that man, I've really just wanted. I mean, I wanted to just distract myself and just bury my head in the sand and not focus on what's going on and not look at what's going on, because it's very disturbing what's going on right now when we're having the our social structure crumble around us. We've known this is coming. We've known this was coming for a long time, and it is a necessary evil, if you want to call it that. And I don't know. It's just, how could we prepare for this? We mentally prepare ourselves for this stuff. That there's big changes coming, and there's a big shift that's getting ready to happen. And now we have the media attacking the alternative media. And I got to put some kudos out to some places out there. The Alex Joneses and the quote unquote conspiracy theory sites out there, the Reddits and they've done some amazing work. And when you got this major media coining these guys and pointing these guys out, that old double-edged sword's kicking in here, and we've got people doing the research, and typing in Alex Jones and see exactly what he's saying, and it's doing just the opposite of what major media is trying to get across to people. It's getting people to actually go, wow, oh, okay, they're saying Alex said this, when if people do any kind of research at all, they realize that it's just a bunch of bunk, that they're taking stuff out of context, and that they're really trying to just, I don't know, they're trying to stir up that turmoil. They're trying to stir up the social outrage. They're trying to gain the support of the general population here in the U.S. to let's create some more laws. Let's make it against the law to speak your mind, against your law to actually say something that's true, right? So, anyways, we've got a tremendous opportunity and a tremendous time of turmoil in the next month here, until we get through the inauguration. I'm looking at what's going on right now in the whole political scene with the media. They just will not let go of this whole, oh my God, somebody that's outside the establishment is going to be going into office. Come on. We voted. We said we want somebody outside of the establishment in there. We want somebody who's not a total puppet in the office. We want somebody that's going to actually do something along the lines of what they said when they get in there. And the media it's like a dog with a bone. They just will not let go of it. So I'm afraid to say it, but I think we're going to see a lot more outrage from good people. I mean, and it's time, and I'm not calling for violence or political or social upheaval or anything along those lines. I'm talking about, let's spread the word. Let's talk about this stuff. Let's get it out in the open. If somebody, you get your friends and family around and they start talking about, the fake news, point them in the right directions. Point them to the places that are actually putting stuff out that's making sense. I don't know. I'm totally unprepared to come online here today and talk about this stuff. But God, I just can't. I guess I can't keep my mouth shut anymore. I had to say something, and I think it's time that everybody pays attention to what's going on, and really prepare yourself for what you're about to witness here in the next month. God, I hate to say it, but I have a feeling that the embedded establishment, the Obama and Clinton and that group is going to do everything they can to prevent the inauguration from happening. I mean, this whole card that Obama threw out, as far he wants a full investigation done on the Russian involvement before the inauguration day. What's that all about? I mean, is he going to try to say the election was null and void and he's going to stay in office? I mean, how many people have predicted that? How many people have said that something along those lines is going to happen? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's something that they can actually pull off. I mean, it's extremely obvious that the people spoke, and I was frankly, I was pretty surprised and shocked that the manipulation didn't happen and the corruption didn't happen during to a bigger extent in Hillary's favor during the election process. Because I believe that she was the selected puppet that they wanted to put in there, and Trump kind of turned the apple cart over, or we turned the apple cart over, and we said no, that's not going to happen. And I think if anybody really did some true, honest investigation into voter fraud and manipulation, I think that we would probably find that there was much more on the Democratic side than what's being talked about. I mean, even these just Jill Stein stuff, the recounts she's calling for. What are the results coming out of that? They find half a dozen or a handful of votes more for Hillary and a couple handfuls more for Donald. What's going on with that? So, I guess what I just want to say here, and I'm going to make this short and sweet, guys, is hold on to your hat, because we've got a whirlwind starting, and man, this ought to be an interesting couple of months here coming up here. Prepare yourself, and do the smart things for yourself. Make sure you're taken care of, your family's taken care of, and Godspeed. I hope the best for everybody out there, and I hope we all get through this without too much turmoil in our own personal lives. And keep your chin up, because this too shall pass. Tomorrow is always going to be here, right? The sun will keep shining, the world keeps turning, and we're going to keep living. So no matter what happens, we will get through. So for now, guys, this was just kind of an experiment for me getting out here on the live stream thing. I had to download all sorts of crap to get on here. It's just ridiculous. Anyways, much love to y'all, and I will try to keep my head in the game and putting stuff out. So namaste, my